Welcome in. How can I help you today? There are so many yarns and so many projects I could share with you today, and I am going to show you a few of my favorites, but there are two main things I want you to take away from my presentation today. Our mission is to help you be successful with your project. No matter if you are a new knitter, a new crocheter, knit for a really long time and you've got tons of experience, whatever project you're working on, we want you to find the right yarn and the right project. Everything we do here, from the yarns that we carry to the classes and events that we offer, they're all designed to give you the best possible experience with your yarn.
One of the reasons that I love Uncommon Threads is I can come to Knit Night and see something that someone else is working on and become inspired to cast on again.
Coming to Knit Night is a great motivator to actually work on our projects.
It pushed me to work on projects that were beyond what I thought capable.
And I also only used to make like hats and scarves, and now I am making wearables all the time, and I don't think I didn't have the confidence to do that before.
Getting ideas would be my favorite part, because walking around the store, seeing what people are wearing, coming to Knit Night, you get ideas, but everybody else can give you input if you want it.
And so I guess my favorite thing of this place is the help that you receive when you're a beginner and you're completely stressed out.
And the second thing is, we're here for the joy, we're here for the fun. The world is a really stressful place, and we all need a space where we can come together and laugh, make mistakes, try new things, make new friends. We are here to support you in your fiber journey, and everybody is welcome at our table. So when I talk about helping you be successful with your project, a big part of that for me is helping you with your own personal style. And there are so many options that you can consider when you're making something for yourself. That's part of the joy of making your own sweaters. So I thought I would show you a few of our samples here in the store where we have taken different yarns to make the same pattern. And this way I can also show off some of our favorite yarns that are in the shop.
Have you guys seen the yarn? This is fabulous. I haven't ever found something that I don't need.
I really appreciate the diverse curated selection of yarn. I think there are things here that you can't find elsewhere, and you always make sure to have like something for everyone, every price point, every fiber, taste. And I think you're really considerate of your customers in that way.
Let's start with this one here. This beautiful top-down sweater is called Ilha, and our first version is knit in Ito Yarns Shimo, which is a wool silk blend. It's very smooth, it's very light, and it shows the detail of the lace work really, really beautifully. But you could also make Ilha in a completely different yarn. This is cotton and alpaca. And as you can see, it's fuzzy and it's got a kind of a softer feel. And this one has short sleeves instead of the long sleeves. All right, I bet many of you recognize this pattern right here. This is Ranunculus, which has to be one of the most frequently knitted patterns on Ravelry. We've got two versions again. This one here, short sleeve. I do get very lazy about knitting sleeves, but it's knit in two yarns held together. And this is something we do a lot here in this shop and in California because it's usually warm. What we've got in this sweater is we have Ito Kinu, which is a lace weight silk, held together with La Bien-Aimée Felix, which is a lace weight wool. And so the two of these together create a really beautiful smooth fabric that's light, and you still get the stitch gauge that you need for this pattern. So this is a really fun one. You could even, and what I love about combining yarns is you could tweak the color a little bit so it's more rich as opposed to more pastel. Now on the other side here we have same pattern, Ranunculus. This version is long sleeve obviously, but this is made with Rowan's Fine Tweed Haze, which is a really lovely fluffy tweedy yarn, super lightweight, lots of yardage. So I think even though it's fuzzy, it still is a beautiful way to show off this lace pattern. Okay, so the next pair I want to share with you is this pattern called Conversing Shawl. And this is designed by a local designer, Cecilia Campochiaro. And her genius is using simple knit and purl patterns to create these amazing textures. So here in this first one, we have Kinu, Ito Kinu again, with Sensai, that's their silk mohair. So you've got that lace weight raw silk with the lace weight silk mohair. And you have the beautiful depth of color while still getting that texture. Now over here, this is actually a very special yarn created by Cecilia herself. This is a 4-ply 100% cashmere, and it comes in a cake like this, and it's a parallel ply. And you can see how beautifully the texture shows up in this pattern, and of course how cozy and soft that is against your neck. So here in the Bay Area, even though we're right in the middle of Silicon Valley, we are very lucky to also have a lot of open space close by, and there is on the coast an amazing sheep and alpaca ranch where we go visit at least twice a year. This is one of our field trips, and one of the things I love to do with customers is to get out into the world and do fun things together. But back to the ranch. So Valhalla is the name of the yarn, and it is the most squishable woolly wool that you have ever felt. We've got a Cormo and silk blend. We have a lot of Cormo and alpaca blends, and they're all sport weight to DK, which is a great weight for accessories. If you are interested in trying some of these yarns, they are super scrumptious, and we have a number of patterns you can do with just one skein. So this is the Ophrys cowl, and this is one skein of beach sand, which is a really gorgeous Cormo and alpaca blend. We have also Magnolia hats, which has some really beautiful texture in there. This is a Camilla Vad pattern, and that's done with the Cormo. This is actually Cormo alpaca and silk. And I have another project in progress. This is by local designer Ksenia Nadyan, and she is Life is Cozy. This is her Star Jasmine mini scarf. So cute. Last but not least, you could try the Tuesday hat. This is by Jody Brown, and this is really beautiful knit up in the Cormo silk. Just one skein. They make great gifts, and this is not a yarn that you are going to find pretty much anywhere else outside of California. So a lot of the yarns that I've shown you so far have been sort of solid color, basic, fine yarns, and we do love a good basic yarn here at Uncommon Threads. But we also love the fun colors and fun textures that you get in a yarn like La Bien-Aimée. I want to share with you some of our favorite combinations. This one is Joji Locatelli's Boxy Raglan Cardigan, and this is made with La Bien-Aimée Big Kumo, which is a hank of amazing cloud-like squishiness. It is unbelievably soft, and it also has incredible yardage. We also have her Super Sock yarn, which is great for socks, of course, but also baby sweaters because it is so easy care. This one is the Melange sweater for baby by Petite Knit. And what we've got here are two colors held together to give it this really fun melange look. This piece in the corner I have seen all over knitting conventions this year. This is Robinia by Anne Wenzel, and it is a really great way to play with the colors and textures of La Bien-Aimée. In particular, her confetti yarn, which is a recycled yarn, and Big Kumo once again. I love how these colors pop against each other. When I first took over Uncommon Threads 15 years ago, crochet was not at all something that was offered, and I'm so happy to say that we have completely changed that. Crochet classes are filling up every single week, and we love how many fun things you can do with crochet. So one thing we started recently are these ridiculously cute granny square chickens. This is a pattern you can get through Ravelry. You can get it free on the blog or pay a small amount for the printed pattern. This fabulous Summer Days Daisy Bag by All About Amy is a really great way to practice granny squares, and our version here is knit in Rowan Hen Knit Cotton. If you like accessories, we've got a beautiful virus shawl. There are lots of versions of these on Ravelry. This one I believe is called the Flower Edge virus shawl, and our version is done in Malabrigo Sussurro. Baby things are great for crochet as well. So this is the kids hexagonal granny square cardigan, and this is done in a very basic DK. We've got Barocco Vintage Baby DK would be perfect for this. Something I grabbed out of our display window is this amazing crocheted lobster with crocheted lemon slices to go along with it. If you love to make crocheted toys, we also have a wonderful selection of kits from Hardy Craft. Everything from little bunnies and cats to peas in a pod on a keychain. These are a really fun way to get instant gratification project with your hook and yarn. Even if you're not local to us, we'd love for you to stay in touch and be part of our community. We have a subscription box which I ship out once every 3 months, and inside is what I like to call a Goldilocks project. It's not too hard and it's not boring. It has a natural fiber yarn, not more than say 500 yards or so, so it's something that you can work on over 3 months with plenty of time to finish it and enjoy every stitch. As well as the project, the pattern, and the yarn, I definitely include an interesting notion or a special pair of needles and some self-care treat for you. To give you an idea of what I'm talking about, this was our first project this year. This is Palazzo Cowl by Life is Cozy, and the yarn is Biche Bouche Cotton Alpaca. Our next project after that was this Joji Locatelli shawl called Amrin, and I chose Pinta from Pasquale as the yarn for this. It's a fingering weight wool, silk, and Ramie blend. It has incredible drape, but also the stitch definition that you can see in this sort of flower pattern here. We have just a few subscriptions left, so you could get your first kit this month, August. Otherwise, our next opening will be in January.
What do I like about Uncommon Threads? See, this is fun because I went first. And I like Knit Night a lot. It's the camaraderie, and the community is really awesome.
The community. I made a lot of good friends here.
I would definitely also say my favorite thing is the camaraderie, the community.
The community that it fosters, whether it's field trips or Knit Night, or the people who work in the shop are so kind and they remember you and they help you with your project, and they're very helpful for your yarn addiction. So
Thank you so much for stopping by. We can't wait to help you with your next project. See you soon.